Let's get to Bernie Sanders out with his plan to wipe out $1.6 trillion in student debt. It's a splashy policy drop just 2 days before the first Democrat debate in Miami. Now, this is a bigger debt cancellation plan than the one from Elizabeth Warren or Julian Castro. Let's bring in former Reagan economic advisor Art Laffer. Great to see you, Art.
Hey, Mac, it's wonderful to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
So, Art, Bernie wants to pay for this with a tax on stock and bond trades. He's calling it Wall Street greed and speculation. But in reality, I think he wants to take about $2 trillion in taxes over 10 years out of the same 401k accounts that students would own and their parents would own, and labor union pension funds, too. Isn't Sanders being a bit misleading here?
Oh, totally. But let me just say, EMAC, that there are way too many college students today. A lot of these kids who were there aren't getting the education to provide them with higher incomes and higher earnings in the future. They should be in technical schools. They should be where they're really needed in the workforce, and they aren't getting that type of education. So this type of just panhandling to people is just ridiculous. Bernie Sanders is guaranteeing that he can't be elected, and if he were elected, we would be living in Venezuela. You know, it's just crazy what this man is saying. He doesn't understand it. He's way too old, and I'm older than he is. He's way too old to be running for office now, and especially with these policies. I mean, George McGovern wasn't this bad.
Okay, I don't know if age is an issue, but here's the thing. Let me back up.
Oh, age is an issue here. You know, when you haven't lived through experiences like some of these people have in Venezuela and East Germany and East Europe, when you haven't lived through that and haven't seen it, you tend to idealize all of us living together in the kumbaya moment. But that's not the way the world really is. The world is really run by incentives.
Let me get
and
to
if you take away all the disincentives of going to college, i.e. having to pay for it, you're going to get way too many people going, and they aren't going to be productive in the labor force.
To your point, it's about incentives. His plan does not address the reason.
It's all incentives.
Yeah, it doesn't address the reason behind out-of-control debt. It's college tuition gouging. Colleges are tax exempt.
It is.
Student debt ballooned, I think, from just $90 billion to $1.6 trillion in just 2 decades.